at it again, and we have one here with a rapper by the name of Lil Wayne, apparently dismantling BLM. Yeah, let's dive in.
What's your thought on Black Lives Matter?
What is it? What do you mean?
The idea is that there's this movement called Black Lives Matter, thinking that the rest of America didn't seem to understand that Black Lives Matter.
It just sounds weird. I didn't know that you put a name on. It's not a name. It's not whatever. It's somebody got shot by police and for a reason. I am a young, black, rich. If that don't let you know that America understands Black matter these days, I don't know what it is. Don't come at me with that dumb man.
So there was obviously some bleeping going on in there, but basically, he said, hey, I am a young, black, rich person here in America. If that doesn't let you know that America understands that Black lives actually do matter, then I don't know what will. I don't even want to hear this BS. And he's right. We have plenty of examples of it, of black people who are apparently oppressed, including the people in the media, Don Lemon, who like to claim, oh, black people are oppressed, my goodness, and yet you live in a mansion in a gated community. How does that work? You're oppressed and the white man's holding you down, but you live in a gated community? Interessante. Okay. If that's what oppression means, then, let's all be oppressed then. If that's what that means, living in a nice house in a gated community, please sign me up for oppression.
These days, I don't know what it is. Don't come at me with that dumb man. My life matter, especially to my.
Do you separate yourself from it?
I don't feel connected to a damn thing that ain't got nothing to do with me. If you do, you crazy. You connected to this flag right as I'm connected. I'm a gangbanger, man. I'm connected.
He ended our interview angrily.
What's your reaction to Kaepernick's protests?
He ended with, if you didn't catch the end part, he said, I'm no politician. So, very angry with that question, apparently. Very, very angry.
Yeah, going right back again to this man. It's a man and his decisions, man. Respect the man and his decision. That's all I can do. I have no opinion on it because the things I'm not into it enough to even give an opinion. So when he did it, I really didn't even know what. Somebody had to tell me why he was doing it. That's how much I didn't know what was going on, and I kind of still don't. So somebody had to explain to me, like, are you kneeling because of the Black Lives Matter thing and because of and all that wave or whatever, that whole wave just went by me too fast for me even try to even give an opinion. So I just was like, oh, okay, that's what's happening.
So you're a deep thinker in these issues. Mm-hmm. So step back from all of it. I know this is a very broad question, but where are we in the United States of America in race relations and what you see from day to day in your life?
Skip, they wouldn't want to ask me that. They wouldn't want my answer to represent it because God knows I have been nothing but blessed. My whole path, these 33 years have been nothing but a blessing. I have never, never is a strong word, I've never dealt with racism, and I'm glad I didn't have to. And I don't know if it's because of my blessings, I don't know if it's, but it is my reality. So I would have to say, not only did I thought it was over, I still believe it's over, but obviously it isn't.
So you've never experienced any offensive behavior from any other color or?
No, sir.
Wow.
But
you are blessed.
But you see what's going on even in your city, New Orleans, with Alton Sterling.
Yeah.
During Katrina, the officers that killed those and ended up in jail. So I know you say you're not paying attention to it.
Yeah.
But you see some of the things
what's going on.
Right.
Yeah. As far as an opinion on what's going on, I mean, of course, we all want somebody to figure out what's going on first and then put a stop to it, or try to put a stop to it, or everybody come together and figure something out, and maybe just coming together is the solution. But we'd have to do that first. And obviously we have a bunch of differences, people feeling this way, people feeling that way. When you come to a person like me, my answer is always the same, man. My politics, my flag, my country, my nation, my world, all that is Reginae, Cameron, Neil, and his brother, Tony. That's it. That's my nation, that's my flag, that's my world, that's my protest, that's my don't protest, that's my everything. That's all that matters, those 4 kids to me.
So go one level deeper with me. I remember one time I saw you after you had done a concert, I think it was in Westchester, different kind of neighborhood, but I asked you what the racial breakdown was of your audience. Do you remember this? And you told me the only black face you could see in the whole audience was your makeup artist. I believe that's what you said, and she was in the front row, right? A lot of white kids love rap.
Yes.
Explain that. What does that say to you? What's the message of it? What's the bigger picture of it?
Oh, I think I know what he's gonna say. I think I know what he's gonna say. Say it.
I don't want to be bashed because I don't want to sound like I'm on the wrong if there is a side, but
Say it.
I thought that was clearly a message that there was no such thing as racist.
Bang! He said it. I'm in the same boat with him. I've never experienced racism a day in my life, at least from other races. The only hateful messages that I've ever gotten have been from people with as much melanin in their skin as me. That is it. No white person's ever sent me any hateful messages. No Asian person. No Mexican person. No Arab. The only people that I've ever gotten any hateful messages from have been black people. And yet, mainstream media and, apparently, people in this administration want us to believe that the white man is out to get us. And I need to be looking over my shoulder all day, every day, because the white man is coming to take me down. He's coming to hunt me. At this point, I'm looking for a ghost. Does racism exist? Of course, yes. I think it will always exist to some extent, but to the extent that it affects anyone's daily life, come on. Really? Tell him again, Wayne, please.
I don't want to be bashed because I don't want to sound like I'm on the wrong if there is a side, but.
And the mainstream media has convinced even somebody as rich as Lil Wayne. This guy's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Somebody who is basically uncancelable. I mean, sure, tell Lil Wayne he can't make any more music the rest of his life. All right, fine. He's probably worth, $250 million. All right, cool. Go right off into the sunset. Boo-hoo. I can't make any more music or make any more money. I don't know his exact net worth or anything like that, but I would assume that it's up there. But somebody, even on his level, the media has convinced that he's not allowed to say what he said earlier. And you heard it right there in his voice. I don't want to be, seen on the wrong side. If there is a side of anything, just tell the truth. And I'm happy he did anyway.
I thought that was clearly a message that there was no such thing as racism. That's what I thought that was.
Okay.
That was a perfect example. When I look out and I come up off the stage, when I'm coming out the bottom of the stage of my show, when I'm on tour, and I'm in my stance or whatever, and I open my eyes, and I see everybody. I don't have this type of crowd or that type of. My crowd has always been everybody, thank God. And that's all I can answer for. So.
Do you think the younger generation, the millennials, do you think they're moving a little further away from the racism as opposed to where it used to be?
It's not cool to them.
Right.
It's not cool to them. It don't matter to them. And when it's so not cool that it doesn't even matter to them. They're like, what? He's what? They're like, what happened? And that's their response. That's the millennials' response.
But could it be that you're a musician, and obviously as an ex-professional athlete or as an entertainer, do you think they treat you differently? Although you are black, you are a prominent figure in the black community. Could that be?
That's why I said I'm sure it may be because of my blessings.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why my path has been different.
Right.
But I'm be first to want to say I'm sure that has a lot to do with it, but it also is the person that I am. I believe strongly that it's the person that I am.
You treat people a certain.
Exactly.
Like I said,
Treat people with respect and you'll get it.
Wayne, I commend you. I'm glad you're speaking. You're not embellishing a story. Being from New Orleans, experiencing what you've been able to experience. I remember reading where you say you accidentally shot yourself, but racism is real. He knows it's real, although he hasn't experienced it.
With that said, that night, that day,
Yeah.
that I shot myself, the police, I was the only person in the house.
Right.
Police came through there. They knocked the doors down. I was on the floor.
Right.
They jumped over. They all hopped over me and went looking for the drugs and looking for this and that. It was a white police that came, ran up there and stopped and said, "What are y'all doing? Do y'all not see this baby on the floor?" And they said, "We called the ambulance. The ambulance." He said, "Ambulance, he has a hole in his chest." He picked me up. He brought me to the hospital himself. He was white.
So while the mainstream media wants us to believe, there's rampant racism, great story right there. Lil Wayne, when he was younger, found a weapon and harmed himself with it. Cops were called. Nobody was home but him. They kicked down the door. The one officer that was white was the one that stopped and saved his life. The white officer, right? Everybody that's white is racist. So why would a white officer save a black kid's life? That doesn't make any sense. White people are supposed to all be racist. Come on. He was supposed to step over and keep going. Find the drugs and whatever else is in there. But no. The one man that was supposed to step over him without hesitation was the one that stopped and saved his life. Sheesh Louise. And those are some of the stories that are never told, that we never hear about, that never touch the front page of the news, that never get any spotlight, on any of these news channels or stations. It's always when there's animosity or something happened between two skin colors. It's never the good moments. And that was one of the reasons a long time ago why I stopped watching the news. It was just all doom and gloom. You never tell me about the good stuff that happens. You never tell me about the wonderful lemonade stand that a kid made and, made a bunch of money and helped his mom pay the rent or whatever. You never tell me about that stuff. It's just always just doom and gloom crap. Anyway, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And another thing that I really loved about this entire video is that even amidst him being continually asked, these racist kind of questions, you know what I mean? Like trying to push forth this type of message. Even there at the end, before he told the story, Shannon Sharp tried to put words in his mouth before he told the white cop saved his life story. But he always came back to his truth. No matter what was thrown his way, he always came right back, circled right back to his truth. Oh, well, racism exists. Well, no, well, actually, the only reason why I'm sitting here with you today is because of a white person. Don't you just love that? And, one of the things that, and I'll end it with this. If we all focused more on ourselves and, what lies in front of us and not looking back, trying to grasp something that somebody else experienced in the past or something this one person out of 2 billion experienced way over there. Oh, well, they experienced something, so let me grasp onto that. If we stop doing that, man, will we be so much better as an entire nation. But of course, mainstream media doesn't want that. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Thank you guys so much for tuning in too. Y'all stay safe out there. I'm out.